Aloha, welcome back. My name is Jason Smith, and this is Local Notes on Think Tech Hawaii. My guest today is Matt Eberle, and Matt Eberle, he is a musician, songwriter, singer, and also the owner of Jolt Records. That is a rehearsing studio / recording studio. All right, nice to have you on the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming down. I know you got a busy schedule, just like most of the artists and everybody that comes down to the show. They always clear a little spot for me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Right on. So I'm just going to talk about your background and your record company, and then your group, and then what you're going to be doing for the future. So,
Right.
And then I'm also going to have you play a couple songs as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm up for it, man.
Nice. I know you got some good stuff too, so I can't wait.
Cool.
All right. So where'd you grow up to start?
Well, it's kind of a long. It's
Perfect. We got an hour. So.
So my mom's from Maui.
Got it.
My dad's from Tennessee. They met here, and then I was born in San Diego. And when I was 6 years old, we ended up moving out of San Diego. We moved to Dallas, Texas. And then I moved to Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow,
and
story's getting longer.
Yeah. Then I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I went to college and most of my high school in North Carolina.
Oh wow! So this is all before high school, and then in the midst of in the middle of high school.
So
That's a lot of
I think
venturing.
Over the course of my life, I've lived in probably 18 houses. A lot of moves, but we were just used to it. And then I would always come here and visit my family. During the summer and just kind of hang out in Hawaii. So I got a lot of different influences from all over the country, which has kind of helped me musically and just kind of helped me meet people easier than I think most people could than just sitting in one spot or living in just one place.
You bring it all from every direction,
So now I got friends like all over the country. So it's pretty cool.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of moving around. When did you end up settling down in Hawaii?
I moved here permanently for about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and love it. This is my home. Yeah.
Nice. You didn't want to go back to Maui? You just did straight to Oahu?
Well, there's more jobs, more to do.
Yeah.
Music scene.
Exactly.
A little bit bigger. More opportunity, I guess, over here.
Yeah.
And I can still fly over. My fiance is a flight attendant, so.
Oh, lucky you!
I can hop over to Maui when I can. It's busy, like everybody's busy. So.
Yeah. So, did you have any background in music in school, or did you study music when you got out of high school, playing any instruments when you were younger?
I mean, my parents, they weren't really musicians.
Really?
Yeah.
Any uncles or?
No, most of my family. My mom can sing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a career thing or anything.
Yeah.
She didn't pursue it. But I kind of picked up guitar in middle school, and then really, really started playing in high school. Just because I met some kids, and they were like, "Oh, I play drums, I play bass. Let's start playing."
That's how it goes.
You put a little band together, and you sound like crap, but.
So, do you remember the first song or the name of the band that you started up with?
Yeah, we were called Trim the Fat.
Trim the Fat.
Yeah, and we made a CD. That was the first time I was ever in a recording studio, and I was in love, man.
Done deal after that.
I knew that I was going to do something in that field. I wanted to make some part of my life in that direction.
What were you doing for work at the time?
Well, I was in high school.
Oh yeah.
So I was working at an ice cream shop, I think. Just scooping ice cream.
Yeah. Living the dream.
Right, yeah.
So, what is the guitar? The first instrument that you picked up and just fell in love with, or?
Yeah. It was watching like Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah.
I got a Fender Squier Stratocaster for my first guitar, and I was trying to play Jimmy, and your hands are hurting, and
oh yeah, get the calluses.
yeah. But I was trying my hardest to play it, and I kept it up, and you when you start playing guitar, you just find music you like and you start playing it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So, who are some of your favorite artists that you look up to and kind of idolize in that sense?
Yeah, I mean, there's
you
tons,
said
you know.
you have
It's
a
a wide.
wide
I mean,
range,
just like we were talking about earlier, it's especially nowadays, everything's melting together. You got kind
it's
of
a cross blend.
You got rock, you got hip hop, and I mean, I grew up. I was really into R&B, like.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was like Boys the Man, and
you're like my brother.
Yeah, like in elementary school, it was like Boys the Man, and like just
All for One,
like stuff like that. And then I started listening to a little bit more hip hop, Biggie and Tupac, and I still had that. Red Hot Chili Peppers is probably one of my biggest influences.
Wow.
When I got to high school, I started going back, listening to like Led Zeppelin and, classic rock.
Classic, really the stuff that built the foundation.
Right. And I started getting into all that, and I would still listen to, DMX comes to mind, but that's where my life has gone. It's always on the move. I'm always looking for that new music that catches my ear.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love trying to find a new band that I'm in love with.
Yeah. I feel the same way, and then just trying to find more and more of their music, and then get caught up to date and like, okay, so when are they going to release their next one?
Yeah, it's like that. You grab that first album, you hear of that band, and you just play it out.
Yeah, for sure. Over and over.
Yeah. So I love doing that.
So the influence from let's say Jimmy or Red Hot Chili Peppers or even All for One, DMX.
Right.
So what have you learned from their influences?
Chili Peppers come to mind. They are so versatile and creative in what they do. It makes me want to be more creative. It makes me want to go in a different spot than I've ever been.
Yeah.
And that's part of being an artist. You always try to grow and create new things.
Yeah.
And become better than you were the day before. So,
exactly.
Yeah. That's what they kind of taught me. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like each artist has something else to learn, and you can learn something else from each artist, and that's really important with the experience of growing with music and really understanding that foundation. And
right.
I know a lot of artists that I used to like, or sometimes I still like. They start making music one way, and then 5, 6, 10 years down the line, their music is completely changed in a different direction, and not always for the good. So,
right.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a fine line,
people,
if people like you, and they like you because of that one way you were doing it, and then you kind of stray away from that, they're like, I don't like this guy anymore.
Yeah. But you always have to improvise and try to, not be, the same.
Caught in the box.
Yeah, the same repetitive thing.
Right.
Yeah. So, those are kind of like your mainstream artists that you kind of like, and you look up to. What are some of the local artists that you respect?
Oh man, Mike Love is the man.
Mike Love, he's the one.
He's the man. There's some in Hawaii. There's unbelievable talent everywhere.
I know, it's hard not to find talent.
You go to the backyard of your friend's house, and they bring some friends, and then everybody's got a guitar, and you hear this one guy sing, you're like, oh my God, how does this guy not have a record deal? Or
exactly.
You're just like, you're blown away by people, how good they are. It's just crazy. So that's why, Jolt Records, we started that just to bring more people together, and to be discovered. Yeah. Because there's so many good, talented people out there.
And that's pretty much the backbone of why you decided to start the record company. Is a record company, record label? How are you labeling it? Sometimes it's a little different.
Record label. I mean, we haven't signed anybody yet. We're in the very beginning. We're first year.
Yeah.
We're growing our business as far as a rehearsal studio, and then growing it as a recording studio as well. So
And you guys are gonna start signing artists and doing contracts, getting them shows.
Yeah, we could.
Making deadlines for albums that they have to drop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you guys are going to go on a little bit more of, I wouldn't say global, but you get bigger business than you have now. You really want to expand as much as possible.
Right now, yeah, the main focus is just growing it as a rehearsal and a studio.
Yeah.
And getting people just to play music.
Exactly.
And make it a community of musicians where people, if you got a couple guys that play guitar, you can find a drummer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hit us up, we know some drummers or something,
Yeah.
So something like that, and eventually I would say possibly go into something like more of a managing record label kind of thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of background details behind that, a lot of business.
I mean, we're trying to wrap our heads around just running the business as a recording studio.
Yeah.
And right now I got Joel's the other owner, Jolt Thomas. He just had a baby. I got twins on the way.
Oh wow!
I thought, we should.
Good thing I got the interview now, and not months
So we're gonna have our hands full. I told him
literally you are.
Yeah.
The double up.
And I told him we should start a daycare. Daycare.
Inside of the rehearsal studio.
Yeah. Get all these little kids playing.
Get the instruments.
So who knows if I do that? I don't know.
Well, I think you should. That's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah.
So you have the studio kind of like in the beginning phases. You have artists that come there and rehearse right now, and they are potentially you're going to be looking at them as potential artists to represent your label.
Yeah, I mean, we want to put out their best song or record that they can put out.
Yeah.
And we try to make it affordable for everybody to come in and just do their thing,
It's like, what, do you guys have $25 an hour, plus you guys got happy hour rates, and then if you have scheduled more than 3 sessions in a month, you get a discount on that as well.
Yeah, that's for mostly rehearsals.
Yeah.
Our rates for recording is mostly like $25 an hour for just vocals.
Yeah.
And some people are doing 50 or 60, and then for a full band we usually do 35. So
wow. That's a lot of mics and queuing up and stuff.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, it gets
especially
crazy
for the drums. It's like,
that's what we want to do. We want to get those people in, and if they want to cut a demo, make it affordable for them. My old band, we made an EP. We only did 3 songs. We had 2 other songs that we already recorded, but those 3 songs, they cost you almost $2,000.
Wow.
To do it right and get it printed and all that.
Oh yeah. To get the product in your hand, the physical product.
And you're playing shows, you're making, if you're lucky,
$50 a show.
Maybe 200. You get
split.
And then you
have to split it though, so like $50 each. Yeah.
So then, you're just paying for gas, and I know how tough it is. I played in a band called Green Shack.
Okay.
When I was in college, we started just a bunch of guys I met through friends, and it ended up being eventually like 6 people in the band.
Wow.
We had 2 saxes at one time.
You gotta have the brass.
We had trumpet. It was crazy, but it was awesome. We had the best 6 years of probably all of our lives. And
you were with that band for 6 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
We traveled up and down.
So that was after high school band, and you settled down with that band, and then it was just like, that's where you really gained a lot of your experience, huh?
Yeah. Me, the drummer, and the other guitarist, we all lived together in a house, and we had pretty nice sized yard, and there's a shack in the back. It was green.
Yeah.
And that's why we called it Green Shack, because we all just pile in there.
Sometimes it just comes to you, doesn't it?
Yeah. We pile in there, and we just jam away, and the neighbors would, at first, were like, kind of.
And then they eventually came around. And it's like
the old lady next to us, she came up one day and she was like, "Oh, you guys have gotten so much better."
It's good to hear that too, So especially for someone that probably doesn't like exactly that genre of music.
Yeah. So it actually turned out pretty good, and those guys are my brothers.
Nice. You still keep in touch with those guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have any of them in Hawaii right now?
No. One came for his honeymoon, and we hung out and played some music together. they're coming next year, and hopefully we'll have like a reunion show in Hawaii.
The reunion show. I'm down. I'm there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
All right, so we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be back in one moment. My name is Jason Smith. This is Local Notes on Think Tech Hawaii, and my guest, Mr. Matt Eberle. Sometimes I have trouble with that one. Mr. Matt Eberle and Think Tech Hawaii. We'll be back in just a moment.
Aloha, I'm Jay Fidel, founder of Think Tech Hawaii. We are a digital media nonprofit that covers things that matter to tech, energy, diversification, globalism, and progress for our state, the state of Hawaii. We broadcast on community television and on Oceanic Cable Channel 16. We also stream our shows and interviews live on the internet as both radio and video, and of course we post them here on YouTube. We collaborate with the Hawaii Venture Capital Association to present monthly luncheon programs on subjects of interest to the business community, and we write for the Honolulu Star Advertiser. ThinkTech works hard to raise public awareness in Hawaii. Check out our website, thinktechhawaii.com, and come to our YouTube channel, Think Tech Hawaii. We hope you support our mission and that you like our work. I'm Jay Fidel. Mahalo.
Aloha, welcome back. My name is Jason Smith. This is Local Notes on Think Tech Hawaii. My guest Matt, musician, songwriter, singer, and owner of Jolt Records. We just came back from a short break. We're talking a little bit more about him and his record label, or his production studio / rehearsal studio. So Matt, where did you find more of the funding for your studio and bringing it up to base?
I have to give it all up to Joel.
Joel's the man, Mr. Thomas.
he was the one that started it. He built the foundation, the walls. You know, he put up everything.
Oh, so you guys actually built it from the ground up.
Yeah, well, we had the space.
Yeah.
We rented the space, and he pretty much built this control room, you know, sound, vocal booth, and this rehearsal space.
Wow.
And he put it all together himself. He's the man. And I met him through some other friends because they knew I played music. And they were like, "You gotta call this guy Joel, man. He's got a studio down there. He just started it." And I ended up coming over, and we became really good friends. And you know, the rest is history. We kind of just teamed up and fixed the place up, made it nice, and put a bunch of features in there that we thought nobody else had.
So you guys have the push button recording. I noticed that's pretty good and you know, not just a luxury, but it's convenient. It's very convenient.
Yeah, so you know, a band comes in. This is what I've always wanted in my house, or you know, if I build a house, I'm gonna have push buttons everywhere. But yeah, so the band can come in, they can set up their stuff, and they can use our computer to record their session with a recording mic in the ceiling. Yeah. So we got this big red button that says record, and boom, they hit it. They can record the whole session and then slap a USB into the drive and boom, take it home.
Wow, and so that's convenient.
Yeah. And you know, it's great to work on new material and
just capturing ideas as well.
Yeah, capturing ideas. If you're just jamming all night,
it's like, how are you gonna
I
remember?
like that riff, or I like what came out, you know, like as singing, or you know, whatever. So I think a lot of bands utilize it well, and they love it. They love coming in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So.
And you got a lot of equipment there too, I noticed. Where did you get the equipment, and how did you ended up gathering together that more Joel's department?
Well, it was kind of you know, it's a Craigslist / you buy what you can when you can. You know, you get the funds, and then you say, all right, we can upgrade a little bit more. So eventually, right now we're pretty set. You know, we just got our Pro Tools rig. New monitors and speakers in the rehearsal space, so it's sounding good in there.
Yeah, definitely.
For all the bands, and it's reliable, and yeah, everybody can use it. So
nice. And what are most of the styles that you have come through to your space? Do you have just mostly like rock, or
there's a lot of different. You know, there's there's some heavy metal, there's rock, there's reggae. I just recently met up with a vocal teacher, and she's bringing in her younger vocal students to come sing and record. So I've had, you know, a 7-year-old in there last week.
Wow.
Who is unbelievable.
Really, sometimes the talent just you'll be surprised at how young it runs.
Yeah,
you know.
We had another 14-year-old girl, and she was probably the best singer that's sang in our studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been a wide variety of people, which we want. You know, we don't want to be stuck in one rut.
Exactly.
We want as many artists, as many genres to come in and get in. You know, Hawaii's a melting pot.
Exactly.
You know?
I fully believe it.
And the music should be like that. You should just put it all together, mix it in a pot, and then boom, whatever comes out, it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, and then for your band Half and Half, what type of style is that?
It's I would say, you know, rock. We have jazz, reggae, funk influences.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, mostly it's rock and roll. You know, like I like it. I like it.
Well,
you know,
honestly, when I listen to your music, I'm almost like, oh yeah, it has a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I didn't actually classify it in any genre at all.
Right.
I was like, all right, well, that's that. It's a couple genres. It's a few. It's a blend.
Yeah,
we need to start making our own genres.
I know. Well, in Green Shack we called it Jam Bandish Funk.
Jam Bandish Funk.
Oh, yeah.
See, my Hanai brother, he came up with a band. It was called Funk the Blues Let's Rock.
Okay,
you know?
cool.
And it's like, all right, so that's funk, blues, and rock.
Right.
Understandable, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's the collaboration of all sounds that really.
Yeah, man. It's just whatever you're feeling. You know, we got those slower songs that are nice and slow, and then we got some hard rock ones and in between. So
yeah.
We're in the process of finishing a CD and hopefully putting it out next year, you know, before these babies come.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's definitely busy work right there.
Right, yeah.
Half and Half, how did you end up coming up with that name?
We were just sitting around, you know, just practicing. We were trying to better think of a name, you know.
You guys looked over like there's no Green Shack, so.
Yeah. We can't call it Jolt because that would be just kind of weird. So we're just sitting outside, you know, just talking, and half of us are from here, and then half of us are from off island or from the mainland. So, and you know, you got the tan guys and the white guys. And
eventually start going through the shades of black to white to gray, every color of the rainbow.
We were like, well, maybe we should just like sit everybody on, like Matt and JJ on one side, and then Chris and Joel on one side, and we'll just be half and half. You know?
Yeah.
So we were joking around, and then it kind of stuck.
Yeah.
It was like, we had our first show, and we were like, oh, we got to go buy something, and they're like, oh, we'll just go buy half and half. So
nice.
It stuck, and we've been playing shows for about 8 months and making a splash, and we just did Battle of the Bands, made it to the semis. So.
Yeah. So that was at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And one of your first show at Half and Half, you said you started with them 8 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So your first show with them was at Anna Bananas?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that was
just an open mic.
That was just an open mic, just to test out the material.
Yeah, we just went in and.
I like to do my research on my artists, so I checked out that footage and I checked out Anna Banana footage, and there's a huge difference between Dave and Buster's and Anna Bananas. You know, Battle of the Bands. It's like, you know, your music is a lot more organized. You know, it has a real smooth groove. Doesn't seem like anything's overpowering the other. And I was really impressed, and I was like, wow, this is some serious progression. And you know, you have a sweet voice where it's like really nice and smooth over the beat. So, you know, you guys got that for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah,
we got. I mean, all the guys in the band are excellent musicians at what they do.
So you said you met Joel through a friend, and then you know you guys pretty much hooked up. How'd you meet your other two band members?
JJ, he's the other guitarist and singer. He was working with me, And this guy is always singing, man. He's working, he's just singing, and everybody's just like, oh man, he's singing again.
Yeah.
But he's unbelievable. He's like one of the best singers I ever heard. It's just natural ability.
Really?
And his dad is a Society of Seven guy.
Okay.
So he's got it in his family, but just natural ability to sing. He's unbelievable.
But he's not your singer.
He is. He sings too. He sings too.
You guys sing together. Then.
Yeah, we kind of switch off. A lot of the songs I've written, I just sing it, and then I've written a lot of songs that I'm like, JJ, you got to sing this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's just gonna blow people's minds. So we've been writing new material, and he's got a little bit more to sing on. So yeah, but we both switch off. The other guy, Chris Ellsbury, we call him Bogues.
Bogues.
Don't ask me why. You can ask him. He's a drummer. He's a drum teacher. He went to school for music. He's unbelievable.
Wow, that's something
he's taught me,
fortunate to come across right
He's
there.
taught me so much, so much over the past 8 months. He's a drum instructor at Easy Music.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So he's pretty awesome, man. He's a kooky guy. always watch it.
Nice. And how did you meet that one again?
I was working. His brother and his fiance. I work at Duke's.
Okay.
On the side, so they were sitting at my table. Just started talking to him. I was like, "Yeah, I'm talking about music," and they're like, "Oh, my brother plays drums." I was like, "I'm looking for a drummer." So I called him up that night, and he was like, "What, you guys practicing tonight?" He came over that night.
Wow.
We ended up playing, jamming, just melded.
Done deal.
Done deal, man. I was
That's
like,
good. That's
it,
good.
man.
Those are the ones that fall in place the best. The
absolutely.
least amount of effort. It's like, you're about it, I'm about it. Let's be about it and make this happen.
Oh yeah, and that's how it was. That's how it was.
Yeah. Wow. So you got yourself a pretty good crew that you're working with.
Yeah, man. We've become really good friends. So.
And you guys have one.
Special.
You guys have an album that you're working on right now, not an EP, but an actual full-length album.
Full length album. Hopefully we'll have. Right now we have about 8 songs. We're gonna try to do 2 more and then knock it out. We finished recording and mixing one song right now, so we got that done.
Nice.
That's called Eberle.
Eberle. Yeah, I listened to that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was actually going to ask you about that song.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So who's the singer in that one? Is that you or is that?
It's both.
Okay.
So JJ does the chorus, and then I sing the verses.
Okay.
And JJ does the bridge too. So all that was kind of organic and just kind of came together. It was one of those songs that you write in one night.
Wow. I usually don't have that type of luck, actually.
Right?
I'll get through the first verse, maybe 2 verses, and I'll be like, all right, done.
Where does it go after this?
I need an ender. Where's my ender?
Right, I know, man. It's yeah. Sometimes it happens like that.
Yeah.
And it's lightning in a bottle. You try to catch it and you try to do it again, but who knows? It might be
it's definitely
another year before it happens again. But
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I love writing songs. So.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like a strong release from writing songs as well.
Yeah.
It just not only is just like almost self-therapy, but it feels extremely good.
Yeah, it
does.
does.
It's just really relaxing. and writing it, getting it out there is an accomplishment. But even like seeing the finished product, it's like high fives all day long.
Yeah, man. That first time you sing that whole song through,
yeah,
you're just like. And it's a good one, You're like, oh yeah, man.
And
you just know it. You're just like,
yeah.
all right, that's good. It's finished.
All right, man. I think we're gonna have to cut to a quick break, and then we're gonna come back and have you do a couple songs. Do you know what songs you're gonna do, or are you just gonna throw it off the top?
I think I'm gonna do the first one's "Let It Out and Live."
Let Out and Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one's called "Good Company."
Good Company. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So my guest, Mr. Matt, and I'm Jason Smith. This is Local Notes on Think Tech Hawaii. We'll be back in just one moment. Stay tuned.
Hi, How are you? You feeling good? Are you feeling lucky? Think Tech Hawaii, it puts a bubble in my bender. If you don't feel good, that's your fault. Now that's live TV, folks.
Aloha, I'm Nicole Horry for Think Tech. For nearly half a century, the Hawaii Foreign Trade Zone No. 9 has brought the benefits of the Foreign Trade Zone program to Hawaii businesses and entrepreneurs. DBET, the Department of Business, Economic Development and Tourism, operates Hawaii's Foreign Trade Zone program to encourage international business and economic development. The Foreign Trade Zone's mission is to increase the amount of international trading activity in Hawaii, thereby providing employment opportunities for the residents of our island state. For more information, see ftz9.org. I'm Nicole Horry. Mahalo.
Aloha, I'm Maria Kashem of Think Tech Hawaii, and I want to tell you about our Think Tech talk shows. If you didn't know it, Think Tech streams video and audio for all of its shows live on the internet from 2 to 5 p.m. every weekday afternoon, and we replay them all night long on ustream.tv. Visit thinktechhawaii.com for our live stream and YouTube links. Raise your awareness on Think Tech. I'm Maria Kashem, and I'll see you there.
Aloha and welcome back. My name is Jason Smith, and this is Local Notes on Think Tech Hawaii. My guest is Matt, and local singer, songwriter, performer, and also part owner of Jolt Records. Welcome back, Matt.
Thanks. Thanks.
So we got Matt singing a couple songs for you guys. Can you tell me a little bit about your songs that you got going on?
This first one's called Let It Out and Live, and wrote it a couple years ago. It's pretty much about what's going on in society, politics, the world today.
I mean, the stuff that's most relevant.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah, right.
nice.
You know? And it's basically, just as long as there's love, we can overcome anything. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter what you're saying. Just say it with love, and we can overcome it. So that's the basis. So.
Ask Bob.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the same
Yeah,
thing.
man. Yeah. All right, so here it is. Doesn't matter where you've been. Doesn't matter where you're going. Ooh, as long as love. You're finding it hard, let it out and live. Child loves a mother like a mother loves a son. And a dog loves his owner with the lick of his tongue. Camera passes along in our day-to-day lives. Every living creature, God's given life. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you're saying. Ooh, as long as love. You're finding it hard, let it out and live. Devils marching through the country where the mean green bill rules all. Camera finds a piece, stolen line, release all the tension, true creates some ease. Can't realize, see all that we do is not just for me, but for you. There's no one else to blame. All this time we've been pushing aside our shame. And doesn't it seem the same? love is spot up in a cage.
Awesome song, man.
Thanks, man.
So what inspired you to write that song? I know that you talked about the different politics and things that are going around in the world, and you know you have to use love. But where did it exactly stem from?
It's you know, it's the thing that we've been kind of moving towards. Society has become such a greedy, what can I get for myself? What can I do to get on top? And you know, sometimes that's what's needed to move forward as a society. But sometimes you have to look at what it's affecting and who is it affecting. So that's what kind of brought it about. You know, watching, well, you know, the government just kind of throw away billions and billions of dollars.
It's ridiculous.
and flip a finger, you know, just throwing it away. So there's a bunch of things like that have made me start thinking. You know, you want to be conscious about what's going on in the world. So you know, and you write about what you feel. So that's what I was feeling that day.
Well, you know, I feel that too. So, you know, your music has touched someone, and believe it has touched more than just, you know, me. But it's out there, and I think a lot of people feel that way. So,
yeah, absolutely.
You know, thank you for writing that song for us.
Thanks, man.
All right, so next song, what do we got?
This one's a little bit more on the reggae side. This is called Good Company.
Good Company.
Yeah, and this one's about being at a concert and just getting in the groove.
All right, let's see you get in the groove.
All right. Everybody's dancing and grooving all night long. The lights are flashing and my ears are fastened to your song. It ain't great that we see eye to eye. Sure kinda, but your music's so right. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And I can tell you know just how I feel. You play the song and the people sing along. They can tell it's for real. And ain't it wonderful that you're singing to me? Yeah. Ain't it grand now we're in such good company? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I can get your song out of my mind, no. tell you know just how I feel. You play the song and the people sing along, they can tell it's for you. And ain't it wonderful that you're singing to me? Yeah. In the ground now, we're in such good company. Can't feel it. Can't feel it. Can't feel it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't feel it. I can get your song out of my mind, no. Beat a rhythm so right. Could you play it one more time before you go, my friend? And I will be satisfied. Think about all what we did tonight. When it feels and we're feeling so right. Like a dream that we don't want to end. No, a place that we can let it all go. A place that we can let it all go. There you go. A little bit different with the band.
No,
Without
yeah,
the band,
yeah,
I
but
guess.
I was jamming though. I was like, all right, that's definitely keeping my head and my feet moving.
Cool, man.
Yeah, so that's perfect for a party.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I heard you do that song live and on stage once.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it at that open mic over
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
late
when we
night.
first met.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, so I'm glad my memory isn't as shot as I think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are excellent songs. So you know, you guys want to check out this guy? You know, go to JoltRecords.com.
Yeah,
you know,
JOLT.
JOLT Records, and you know, look them up. Try to get in contact. There's a lot of info on there on for if you want to get involved or you want to record, you want to rehearse, and it's all there. So JoltRecords.com. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the music scene in Hawaii. I don't know if we have a lot of time right now, but let's just try to go through it anyways. I usually ask most of my guests this because I like to see where they're coming from. So just a few of your thoughts and where we are in music in Hawaii and how you feel about that.
The way I feel about it now, it's a growing thing, and it has a lot of room to grow. There's certain, you know, there's the reggae scene is huge here, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's great because there's a bunch of great reggae bands. I think the tides are kind of turning where there's going to be a little bit more integration of different styles, and I think people are more open to it nowadays. And I think when you do hear a great band playing, you'll stop. You'll go, hey man, these guys rock.
Undeniably good.
And I think the age where we can put, you know, the rock and the reggae together, and
that's a new evolution.
You
right
know,
there
you can
of
put the
music.
hip hop and the rock together here in Hawaii. You know, I think it's here. I think it's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, me and Joel are trying to do. We're trying to meld those things together, just through musicianship and friendship and all that. So hopefully we can do something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like building a career in hip hop? I mean, if not just for a career, but for a passion, like, or not hip hop, but in the music industry. A lot of people say it's not easy, and I agree with that. How do you feel about that?
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, but a lot of things aren't easy.
Exactly.
And if you really want it, you got to go for it. I mean, it's not easy to go to work every day and you know, but people do
working
it.
for overall
But people
purpose,
do
though.
it, you know, and if you can have that passion and you have that drive to make things work for you, instead of just saying, you know, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
You know, you can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. It's a little bit more difficult nowadays with so much. There's so much music.
Yeah.
There's unbelievable amounts of music, and it's harder to get your name out there because there's thousands of other people doing the same thing. But if you can get that one little spark that, and people, and you got to know some people too. You got to have that help, and you got to reach out to that help.
Yeah.
And you got to listen to that help. So there's plenty of ways to do it. So
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Just jump on the horse and give it a ride,
Just do
fall
it,
off,
man.
get back on
Yeah.
if you're passionate enough about it, you know. And how do we keep the music strong in Hawaii?
I think it's always been strong. I think it's a musical community.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing we always have. You know, it's not going to go away, and that's the great part. You know, you hear people singing on the street. You hear it everywhere, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I think it's a strong thing, and people learn from it from their parents, and they pass it down, and it's a therapy for a lot of people. So I think if we lost music, the world will definitely be a worse place. So it's not going. It better not go anywhere.
Yeah. No, but I truly believe that. You know, you need music, and it's very positive. So you know, keep the positivity flowing.
Yeah.
Any advice for the people that are interested, that are already in music, or wanting to start pursuing a music career, or follow a passion or a dream?
Yeah, I mean, do it. It's just, you got to do it. You got to, if you want it, and you're going to do everything in your power to do it. I think that's what I learned from my last band. I mean, we were good, and we didn't put all that effort in there that we could have. We had other things going on, you know. There's a lot of people in the band, but that's why I started the Jolt Records. I want to help people. I understand it. I don't think, I'm not trying to get famous or anything, you know, with my music. I love making it. I love people hearing it and saying, "Hey, man, that's a great song." Yeah. And that's really all I'm into it.
Yeah.
But if you're into it to get to that next level and all that, do it. You know, you can absolutely do it. And if you do need advice or help writing a song, you know, hit me up.
Come down to the studio.
JoltRecords.com. You know, like, let me know. I love hearing new music. So please call me.
And get some drumming lessons too.
From Chris. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, man. Just a couple last notes on your contacts and some things you got going on for the future. You said you're almost done with the album, or you should be done with it, but hopefully before the kids come.
Yeah.
And any upcoming shows?
Not at the moment. We're kind of taking a break just to record. You can reach me at matt@joltrecords.com for my email. Hit us up on Facebook, YouTube, all of it's Jolt Records, joltrecords.com. Look us up, you know, email me, see how I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'll see how you're doing.
$25 an hour, you know, rehearsal time.
Record, you know, come record. It's fun.
Gotta
it's fun
get
in there. We got great equipment, and it'll sound good. So
yeah. Come with the happy hour rate. That's the one. BYOB.
Right. Yeah. We got a mini fridge in there, so it's
be
all
taken
good.
care of. Just hit the red button on the wall.
Yeah. Got the push button recording, so you guys are good.
All right. And any music anywhere where people can find your music online right now?
Yeah. If you want to check out my old band Green Shack, I know we got some stuff on MySpace, because that's kind of old, but MySpace.com Green Shack. Check it out. We got our whole album up there and a bunch of live tracks. And as far as half and half, we have our song Elway up on SoundCloud.
Okay.
SoundCloud.com/Jolt Records. And just be on the lookout for more. If you friend us on Facebook or something like that, we'll have that.
Right on, right on.
Coming up, upcoming. All right.
Nice. So come and jump online, find this guy, find his record company, go down to the studio, make some music, meet him, and hang out and be a part of the movement. All right. My name's Jason Smith. This is my guest, Matt Eberle. Did I say it right?
Eberle.
Eberle.
Yeah,
How did I mess up that one? I knew it was going to happen, so I win. I knew that was going to happen. So Matt Eberle, singer, songwriter, a performer, part owner of Jolt Records, and very talented man, like I said. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. This is broadcasted at Think Tech Hawaii in the Pioneer Plaza on Fort Street Mall. And like I said, local notes. I'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks for tuning in.